Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today, guest is a 2023 Clemson University graduate with a financial management degree focused on investment banking and the founder of Riverside Real Estate Services, a luxury short-term rental company based in Jupiter, Florida. Please welcome Blake Chami. Blake, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
It's great to have you on here. I always like to start off at the top by asking folks how they got into the real estate space.
Okay, great. So my father does have somewhat of a background in building a portfolio of assets through his tile distribution company. These are all commercial properties. And once I saw this from when I was younger till when he sold his company, I just witnessed his portfolio through and through. And it definitely piqued my interest, especially as I grew older. That was the first exposure I really did have into real estate. And then throughout college, I did take a few real estate investment courses as well. And this also further piqued my knowledge into it. But the main thing was, how am I going to get into it? And that was the question that bugged me for quite some time.
I want to ask you about the getting into the real estate portion, because I think you mentioned investment banking and going to school, and that was really kind of maybe the forefront, and then real estate happened. I think many times people go into their career field and then they pivot once realizing maybe they don't like it, or they realize, I'm really passionate about this. But you found out, I would say early on, you're still in school, that you had a big passion for real estate.
Correct. Yeah, it is pretty funny to say that my emphasis was investment banking, and then I did pivot to real estate. Basically what happened is I saw somewhat of a flaw in the market. As most people see on Instagram and other social medias nowadays, it's called the Airbnb arbitrage model. And you know what? I decided to pursue it. I learned so much off of it, and I will forever be grateful for that. More mistakes than anything. And I wouldn't be where I am today without those mistakes, and I was able to pivot my perspective from there into the management side.
Now, I want to ask you about starting a business while you're in school. What was that like? Did you know that it was going to take the form that it is today, or was it, hey, let me see what this looks like and then get my feet wet in this?
Yeah, so it's all about just taking action, and that's what I learned. So many people nowadays, and this happened to me pretty frequently, is I have such a great idea over here. I want to pursue this idea, but then the following day they're like, oh, I'm going to do it the next day, the next day, the next day, and on. Eventually, I just decided to dive in and say, you know what? I'm going to create an LLC. And with this LLC, I do not know what I want to do with it yet. I have no clue, but if I put my money into something, I know that I'm going to have to follow that and really pursue it. So that's what I did, was take action. And off of that LLC, I had a few different business ideas that I wanted to pursue, but then I really did narrow it down to the real estate sector of the market.
Now, before we hopped into the podcast here, we did talk about how your real estate journey kind of evolved. And it sounded like it started from the arbitrage space. Is that right?
Correct, it did.
And so I'm familiar with the arbitrage space. I work often with investors, and I've thought about it myself. Uh, I think it sounds great, right? But then you also have to go through and get a deal under contract. You have to make sure that everything is agreeable, and then you've got to make sure that it's being covered. And then also Airbnb could go away, right? People can have Airbnb taken away from them. So now you could be, I've spoken to people this has happened, then they're responsible for it and they don't have the same type of model to use. So when you were getting into the arbitrage space and then pivoting away from that into the rental management space, they're kind of on a similar playing field, right? Did you see this as because the arbitrage space had a lot of issues, or were you just seeing so much opportunity in the rental management space?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So basically what I did throughout the arbitrage, compliance was definitely one of the bigger issues, especially in Pompano Beach. That took quite some time. And when you're signing a lease, within a week and then you got to get it up and running, compliance can take significantly longer than most people think. So that took us about, I'd say 2 weeks to a month, which already we're in the hole right there. And throughout that time in the arbitrage space, you have to factor in certain items in that home that are broken that you need to repair. If the AC goes out, you need to send an HVAC, and just that fee right there could just cut your cost of the reservation that just came in.
Right.
And so what I realized is this model is great, but for the market that I was in, I was struggling and not being able to generate enough revenue to keep my head above water. And I realized that, I don't have enough funds coming in right now that I think I'll be able to make it through at least 6 months of this lease because I started in off season. So with my back against the wall, I needed to pivot my perspective, and I saw the management side because I was able to mitigate my risk and just focus on generating as much revenue for our clients as we can while keeping their home in 5-star condition. And by doing this, I was able to generate those funds, take that cut, and then put it back into the arbitrage model in order to keep my head above water throughout that lease.
So that is actually a great example of, the difficulties with the arbitrage space. You mentioned it was difficult with compliance, and I've spoken with so many people that similar thing has happened to. I want to say I spoke with an attorney in Arizona who bought multiple for arbitrage. He was arbitraging all these deals, and then he wasn't able to do it because Airbnb was no longer allowed in the area. And it's like, well, what do you do at that point? And you have to pivot. I think the rental management space is niche, and then you're in even niche down, more granular in the luxury space, and you're in South Florida as well, so there's no shortage of that. What was the first couple of months like going into that space from the arbitrage space?
So the first couple of months, the big thing that I had to focus on really was sales, driving sales. I don't have any sales experience. Like I said, I had an investment banking background and financial management. I really had zero experience in sales. So besides the arbitrage deal, which I was able to negotiate, it was fairly new to me. And the first couple months were tough, don't get me wrong. But the first client that I did sign in Jupiter, Florida, it was this little 2-bed, 1.5-bath home. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity because without that, that was the first real success I saw. And that's what grew the company what it is today. And throughout those first couple months, it was all sales, like I said, finding prospects, calling, every no is closer to the next yes. And after that first home, I was able to use it as leverage. And that is the biggest key that I had, because nobody wants to be the guinea pig when it
Right.
comes to managing a home. So by saying, I have this home under management, showing it to other potential prospects, I was able to slowly build up the business. And then I was fortunate enough, I think it was the second or third month in, one prospect came across my desk that I called, and he's still our client today, a phenomenal, phenomenal guy.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And he really liked that we're a small up and coming company. He actually saw himself in me, with his business that he started a few years ago. And even though I had to decrease my management rate significantly to manage not one, but three of his homes with minimal experience, I was able to do so. And that was really the first big step that Riverside took.
I want to pivot here, Blake, and ask you about the luxury space out there in South Florida. Are these all short term, so 30-day stays or less? Or are these longer term? What is the typical stay at these rentals?
So we do advertise all of our homes as the short-term rental, which is under 30 days. But we do have a variety of returning guests here and there that will actually like to book the home, and it will still be through our direct booking platform, which is technically the short term with the higher premiums. And they'll book it for a month, 2 months, at most even 3 months, I've seen. But we do tailor to our clients, like I said. And if our clients want to stop doing short-term rentals and they want to do a midterm or long-term, we can pivot to that strategy as well, because I'm a licensed realtor in the state of Florida and I can operate.
So when we're talking about the luxury space and we're talking about short-term rentals, one of the things that I heard and hooked onto when you were saying is you have your own booking platform. So is this separate from like VRBO, separate from Airbnb, or is it they will land on maybe a landing page and then it directs them to one of those platforms?
So yeah, it is completely separate of VRBO, Airbnb, Booking.com, etc. And this can be viewed right through our website. And basically, by doing this, it cuts out all the guest service fees on the respective platforms. And by doing this, not only is the guest getting a cheaper rate than on these listing sites, but our management company is taking home significantly more. So we're basically cutting out the middleman by doing this.
I want to ask you about creating a platform like that. I mean, a lot of competition, right? So you're competing with maybe the Airbnb, the VRBO, the short-term rental space, and they've got kind of an established market share. When people are searching for short-term rentals, how are they finding your page versus some of the other maybe more established, right?
Exactly. So it's all about the brand. And that's something that I spoke about earlier is when we're rolling out our marketing campaign this next August, it's just to increase the exposure of our brand. So more eyes equals more bookings. And basically on every respective listing site that we are on, it gives you the option for your profile to not only put your logo for Riverside Real Estate Services, but also have a description. So within this description, I basically advertise my services in it. And whenever they're on Airbnb, VRBO, they see who the host is. Most people will click on that. They'll see the details. And I'd say the majority of people, when they see this, they're going to search up Riverside Real Estate Services in the search bar. And from here on, they'll realize this is significantly cheaper than the listing site because we're cutting out the guest service fees.
So you're seeing, I would say, fairly unique returning guests with some level of frequency. So people who've stayed previously are coming back.
Correct. Yes. And that is my main goal for every experience of our guests. Because not only do we want to give them a 5-star experience, we want them to tell their family about it. We want them to tell their friends. Not, and then when they come back, we can also give them discounts if they're able to generate other bookings for us. So this is part of our referral program.
Now, I know that your offices are based out of Jupiter. Are your clients all throughout Florida? Are they centered in the South Florida area? Do you have clients in the west coast of Florida as well? Are you thinking about expanding out there?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, so currently all of our homes under management are from Ormond Beach, Florida, all the way down to Pompano Beach. And we are looking to expand further south down to Miami, ideally over to Naples, and something that is currently in the works, which is very exciting, is going out to Park City, Utah.
Okay, so different area entirely.
Correct.
Are you a Utah guy? Do you like the weather and the environment out there?
Yes, I do. I grew up always going out west. My family loves it out there as well. I've always gone to Colorado and Utah mainly. And when I've been out there, I've just been able to see these vacation rentals, these luxury homes like our service down here, but the premiums that they're able to charge are significantly higher. But one of the main issues out there is competition.
Yeah.
There are many other significantly larger management companies. So we're working on an edge, which we think will definitely benefit us and able to sign these other homes that currently aren't under management out there.
Blake, I want to pivot a bit here and ask you about all that goes into management. Are you primarily focused on one asset of the management, or are you doing cleaning and everything that entails and hiring out the contractors for that as well as online, or is it one element of that?
Yeah, so we take care of everything from top to bottom, which includes the cleaning and the contractors. We coordinate the cleaning and the contractors, but we do not have our own team in-house. So basically, top to bottom ensures this. We receive a booking from a respective guest for a respective home. This guest then checks in, and throughout their stay, we're monitoring them, making sure that everything's okay with these frequent automated messages that we give them to ensure a five-star quality stay. When this checkout occurs, our project coordinator and our cleaning team go to the home. When they're there, our cleaning team makes sure that a five-star cleaning occurs, and then our project coordinator, who is honestly the most important position in our company that I think, not only checks to make sure that the home is in five-star condition. If the guest left any marks, let's say broke a vase, who knows, little accidents happen there. But he also ensures that the cleaners do a five-star cleaning. So we have a guy that's doing a double check to make sure that our service is up to the highest quality that we advertise. And from here, we then make sure that the respective guest that was just there, the tourist development taxes are remitted to the county if needed. So our team takes care of that as well.
Our rooster just went off in the background. I'm in
I
Dallas.
heard
I
that.
don't know if
I heard
you.
that.
He sometimes makes an audible appearance, but one of the interesting things I think about the Airbnb space is there's so many. Or I shouldn't say Airbnb. The short-term rental space is there's so many opportunities for tangent businesses. I know people who do purely the online listing. I know people who do purely the cleaning services. I know people who are in charge of both. And it sounds like you're very full service, and then also looking at being a value add even beyond that, where you're creating kind of a longer term relationship with these folks to the point where you're saying, let's get returning guests coming, which I think is very rare.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And it is very important to just build a strong reputation, not only with homeowners, but guests. Because we've even had guests that say, oh, we love this experience so much. We have a home in South Florida and we would like you to manage it. So by going the extra mile throughout just every step of the way. Ensure is just a top tier service.
Blake, we are coming up on time here. Where can folks go if they would like to maybe reach out to you or learn more about your business and maybe get in contact with you?
Yeah, so if you're a homeowner in South Florida and your home is not generating as much returns as you would like, feel free to reach out to us at www.riversidereservices.com or tap into our Instagram at Riverside RE Services. Through here, you will be able to access our website and you can contact me directly. Please also fill out our form on the website to see what your home can generate.
Blake, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Of course, thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.